What is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the book and the broom. It's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine, come hear the band. Come blow your horn, start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. What good's permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away? Life is a cabaret, old chum, so come to the cabaret. I used to have this girlfriend known as Elsie, with whom I shared 4 sordid rooms in Chelsea. She wasn't what you call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she rented by the hour. The day she died, the neighbors came to snicker. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. But when I saw her laid out like a queen, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and say, what good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret and put down the knitting, the book and the broom. It's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. And as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea. When I go, I'm going like Elsie. Start by admitting from cradle to tomb isn't that long a stay. This is a cabaret, old chum. It's only a cabaret, old chum, and I love a cabaret. Oh, it gets fast there at the end, doesn't it? So welcome, y'all. We are gonna read Whistle for Willie. It's a Viking book, and it's by Ezra Jack Keats. Oh, how Peter wished he could whistle. See, there's Peter. Peter's on the corner. Now, the corner is the place outside, which I know we haven't seen for a while, but it still exists. He saw a boy playing with his dog, and whenever the boy whistled, the dog ran straight to him. Look at that boy. Now that boy we would call a bottom. You can see right there. That's a bottom. And there's the pup or the dog. And this boy is whistling for his pup or dog. Now Peter tried and tried to whistle, but he couldn't. So instead he began to turn himself around and around, and he whirled faster and faster. Look at that. Look at him. Willie is just spinning around right there. When he stopped, everything turned down and up and down and around and around. Peter saw his dog Willie coming, quick as a wink. He headed an empty carton lying on the sidewalk. Wouldn't it be funny if I whistled, Peter thought. Willie would stop and look all around to see who it was. Peter tried again to whistle, but still he couldn't. So Willie just walked on. Look, there's Willie in the box. And there's the pup just walking along. It looks like it's a wiener. A wiener dog is what it looks like. Right? Doesn't it look like that? Peter got out of the carton and started home. On the way, he took some colored chalks out of his pocket and he drew a long line. Right up to his door, he stood there and tried to whistle again. He blew until his cheeks were tired, but nothing happened. He went into his house and put on his father's old hat to make himself feel more grown up. He looked into the mirror to practice whistling. Still no. Whistling is really hard to do. When he saw his mother saw what he was doing, Peter pretended that he was his father. He said, "I've come home early today, dear. Is Peter here?" His mother answered, "Why, no. He's outside with Willie." "Well, I'll go out and look for him then," Peter said. First he walked along the crack in the sidewalk. Then he tried to run away from his own shadow. He jumped off his shadow, but when he landed, they were together again. He came to the corner where the curtain was, and who should he see but Willie? Peter scrambled under the curtain, and he blew, and he blew, and he blew, and suddenly out came a real whistle. Willie stopped and looked to see who it was. "It's me," Peter shouted and stood up. Willie raced straight to him. Look at his floppy ears. Peter ran home to show his father and mother what he could do. They loved Peter's whistling, and so did their dog, Willie. Peter's mother asked him and Willie to go on an errand to the grocery store. He whistled all the way there, and he whistled all the way home. And that was how Peter learned to whistle for Willie. by Ezra Jack Keats, produced by the Viking Book Company. I hope you all are staying safe out there. Remember to wash your hands, wear a mask, stay 6 feet away from people if you go outside. And we'll see you real soon, okay? We'll be back next week to read another riveting story. Until then, I love you and stay safe and be well. Have a good night.